In the last video, we looked at where we can find absorption peaks, like what number we expect them to be at. In this video, we're going to be looking at the intensity of the peaks. So bonds with large dipole moments absorb better. So here we have a carbon-carbon double bond. There's no dipole here, and so we get a fairly small absorption peak for it. Here is our carbon-oxygen double bond, and there is a strong dipole here, and so we get a strong absorption. So let's look at three isomeric hexanes. We've got one hexane. So let's take a moment and we're going to look at several of these peaks. This first peak here, that's in green, is for this hydrogen right there. This is the sp hybridized carbon attached to the hydrogen. We expect it to absorb in this region. The next peak here is kind of got a lot of little things to it, and it's for all the hydrogens that are otherwise on the molecule. I'm not going to draw all of them, but that's what we expect to see. The next peak, this one right here, this is the 2000 mark. It's kind of hard to see, but that's 2000. And between (2100) and 2200 is where we expect to see this carbon-carbon double bond. And a triple bond, triple bond. So that's what we see. If we go to 2-hexane, we have lost the hydrogen. This green hydrogen is not here anymore. And so we've lost our carbon-hydrogen bond that was here. The orange ones, however, are still here. They are just below the 3000, where we expect them to be. We see a very small, let me get the right color, we see a very small peak in here for our triple bond. And that's because this is more symmetric. And so the absorption is smaller. Sorry, my writing is so awful. Okay, and then if we look at 3-hexane, we see that it's hexane. We see that it's very symmetrical, and so we have no dipole moment and no signal. We see our carbon sp3 hydrogen bonds in here, but almost everything else is blacked out. You don't see any interesting things. This is another example. This is a carbon-carbon double bond, and we expect to see it around 1680, and it is missing. And the reason it's missing is because of the symmetry. So if we want to look at these and determine which carbon-carbon double bond will produce the larger signal, we see that we have a large dipole here, and so this one would produce the larger signal. And if we look here, we have dipoles here and here, which are going to partially cancel each other out, versus dipoles here and here. It's going to make a larger molecular dipole. So this one is going to give the stronger signal. We can also look at characteristic shapes. Some of the signals are broad and some are very narrow. Hydrogen bonding causes a broadening of the peak. What happens is you have the bond is weakened difference amounts by the number of hydrogen bonds that occur. So this is a typical alcohol spectrum. We have the alcohol looks like this. The rest of the molecule have an oxygen, and then we have a hydrogen. This broad peak is the alcohol involved in hydrogen bonding. This little sharp thing here is the free. We expect to see the OH bond in this region from here down. This is where we have all of our hydrogen bonding to things. The shape of a carboxylic acid is very different. It will be very broad. It'll go from 360 all the way down to 325. And this is the hydroxy from the carboxylic acid in this peak here. The other thing that you'll find with the carboxylic acid is you'll get the carbon-oxygen double bond. I'm assuming you know a carboxylic acid looks like this, which I probably should have said to begin with. So the hydroxy green is this broad thing here, and it's called sometimes the hairy beard. You're also going to get, it's a different color, also going to get this bond, and it's going to occur right here. If there's nothing else around, it'll be at 1720. So let's look at these and see if we think that they are alcohols, carboxylic acids, or neither. We see this finger-like projection and an absence of anything around 1720 is blank. So this is an alcohol. This is that OH peak. The next one, I don't see an OH peak. There's nothing in here. This thing's got a double bond, but it's neither. And there's nothing around 17 either. There's this little thing. This is probably a carbon-carbon double bond. Remember that the carbon-oxygen is going to look like that. It's going to be very prominent. Not something you're going to miss. So this is pretty much right at 1700, 1720. This is our carbon-oxygen. And this is our very wide hydroxy. So this is a carboxylic acid. Next one, we don't have anything of interest in here, so there's no hydroxy. And we are minus, there's no carbon-oxygen double bond, so this one is neither. We look at this one. There's no 1720, so there's no carbon double bonded to oxygen. But there is this nice finger-looking thing here, which is probably an OH group. So we have an alcohol. We look at this one. We have a strong absorption here. It says at 1720. So that means that we're going to have a carbon double bonded to an oxygen. And we have this wide thing here. We have the hairy beard, which is a hydroxy. And it's a carboxylic acid. Now, amines are another group that we're going to look at. If we have a primary amine, this is a carbon. Ooh, let me change my color so you can see it. This is a carbon, and it's not a carbon. That would be a nitrogen if it's going to be an amine. And these are hydrogens. So if it's a primary amine, this is the structure that we get, and we can get where they both go out and then they both come back in. So they're stretching out together and then in together. Or we can have an asymmetrical stretch where they go, both of them to the right, and then both of them back to the left. So you can see them that way. And we're going to get two signals, one at 3350 and one at 3450. These are fairly noticeable. The only problem is that there's a lot going on in this area. If you'll recall, from here to here, we have all of our hydrogen bonding to whatever. If you have a hydrogen bond, then it's going to vibrate. It vibrates in this region. So we've got hydroxys, and we've got lots of other things going on in this region. This is fairly typical, though. You'll see two peaks for a primary and one peak for a secondary. This is our one peak. One thing is this will be smaller than a hydroxy, but it is in the same area as the hydroxy, so it's a little bit, can be hard to determine. So let's look at some things and see if we can figure out what's going on. You might want to stop your video and see if you can figure these out. Okay, so here we've got a strong peak, and we're right about 1720. So I would say that's a carbon-oxygen double bond. We've got nothing on the other side of 300, so we don't have a hydroxy. We don't have any carbons that are bonded to an hydrogen that's bonded to a carbon that has an interesting bond. Now this is going to be a ketone. The next one, we have hairy beard. So this is the hydroxy that's associated with the carboxylic acid, and we have the strong signal at 1720 we're expecting to get. So this is the carboxylic acid. This is going to be an amine. This is also an amine. This is a primary amine. We know that because we get that. I see a ketone here. And lastly, this is an alcohol. Got this broad peak here. It's an alcohol.